Well, he's one of the most dynamic, high-demand comedians in the business, and that's what we said about Josh Wolf 2 years ago.
Imagine our surprise when we found out he'd been tapped to host a show for CMT. We weren't surprised at all. But because of that project, it's been a while since Josh has been able to swing by Omaha.
It has been. He's here now, though. He's doing 4 shows with the Funny Bone. Good to see you, Josh.
Hi.
Good to see you.
What is it about us when you come on our show? We just spent the last 4 minutes during commercial break talking about farts. We talked about farts the whole segment.
You're welcome.
Year, 2 years
By the way,
ago.
just say thank you.
What is
I
it?
mean, just say thank you.
And did you see the story? Did you see the story about Von Miller on Dancing with the Stars? He passed, what is it, $100 every time he farts or something like that?
Because he does it so many times, his partner
Have you heard
has
about that?
instituted a fine. Basically, so you're making my life miserable every time you do it. It's $100. It's what the Broncos did to him, because in the locker room they would fine him for excessive tooting.
$100
Every
a toot?
time.
Every time.
I'm trying to add up this morning for me.
What do you owe us?
I'd already be in a negative for the weekend, I think. Yeah, they kicked me out of that area over there. They were like, I will tell you, and listen, I hate for this to be our common theme whenever I show up here, but on a plane, do you guys fly much?
On occasion. Did you?
I always. On planes, it's the best place. Because I like practical jokes. It's April, so we can talk about this. Yeah. Planes are the best because it's like sneak attacks. Do you know, and I like it, and there's like, so it's nice to be able to sneak them. Like, look, everyone works in an office. You know you can push them into the cushion if you need to. You know, you push a couple into that cushion. I know you. And then it's up to you when you want to let them go. All you have to do is just kind of give yourself a little.
Rise up a little bit?
The cushion will store them. They're like a little fart purse. It'll store it for you. You know what I mean? You put them in your cushion before.
Fart purse?
Yeah, they push them, and then it's up to you when you want to open the purse. So I opened the purse a little bit on the plane. It's so funny because you wait like 20 minutes and you store some up, and then you can see the person next to you do this. You know that look around, because on the plane you can't pinpoint who it is.
Right.
You're like, and then you see them do this, and the pilot came on. He was like, we might have to crack a window. It's pretty bad.
And you're captive. There's nothing you can do. You can't get up and walk around. You know what I mean? You've got seatbelt signs on, whatever. You just have to grin and bear it.
I will tell you something. Anybody who walks it up, like if you, I'm a savage, but I'm not going to crop dust the whole plane. Like I wouldn't do, not even I would do that. I'm not going to start at row 1 and walk back.
And you're a savage.
I just sit like a gentleman. I sit in my chair and just do my little area.
That's
you know
so
what I mean?
gentlemanly.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we can talk about farts for the next 5 minutes. But really, honestly, I want to ask you, because you got the CMT show. It was the first time CMT ever did basically a talk show, right?
Yeah.
And so
Late night
you
show.
had it. What was it like? How'd that ball get rolling?
You know what? It was right after Chelsea, and when we pitched it and sold it to them. And basically, my whole who am I is, I'm a blue collar, middle of the country. LA and New York are my toughest places. But I was like, can't we do a show where we're talking about things that my friends and I like to talk about? Like, it's nothing too serious. I tell people all the time, if you're coming to my show to learn something, you're at the wrong show. You're at the wrong show. Put your thesaurus away, because this is not the learning annex at all. This is not it. This is what we talked about for the first 4 minutes, right? So my whole vibe is, isn't there a show where people can turn on TV and just have some fun? And that's how it started. They were like, you know what, actually, we want one of those. And so that's what we did.
And how many episodes how many have you done? Are you still doing it?
We did 6 weeks. We did, 24 episodes. And then we're just kind of in a holding pattern.
Is there? I remember when you were promoting that, we talked. We did, these satellite tours, and we chatted then, and you were talking about Chelsea at that point and some of the advice that she'd given you. I don't know if it's her or if it's somebody else, but you've worked with some really talented, high-profile people over the years.
Yeah.
Who has been your best professional advisor, where you still hold on to something they gave you?
Her, because. Look, her best advice to me was, I was asking, what should I do? How do I? And she said, be you. Nobody does you as well as you do you. That's who does the best. You do the best is you. Just figure out what the big thing for most of us in all of our lives is really being honest about who you are. But once you embrace that, which she clearly has, right, and she also said you can't be worried about people liking you. If everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong.
And she doesn't give a crap, does she?
Not one.
She doesn't care about anything. She does what she wants.
Because you know what she is? She's true to herself. And that's what, so for me, that was the biggest thing. And that's why the edict for me of just have fun, because that's how I live my life. Like I was like, for a while I tried to tackle, I should get into some serious stuff in my comedy, or I should talk about this, and it just didn't ring true. And for me, it's just have fun. So now I bring my guitar on stage with me because I've always wanted to sing silly songs. If you think the fart stories are silly, come see the songs. Yeah. I think somebody walked out of my show and was like, I think I feel dumber, but I like it. I'm like, that's what we like. Yeah.
You love doing stand-up?
Love it.
Like, I know that the CMT thing took you off the road for a little bit of
Yeah.
time. Now you're back, hanging out with fans. Does it feel good?
I love doing stand-up. I love being on the stage. Look, all of us get on the stage not because we're 100% secure with ourselves. We like a little bit of the feedback. And to see people laughing. Somebody's water broke at my show. Okay. So.
Okay, we got time. We got 30 seconds. Can you tell them
So
30?
she's sitting in the front row. And I keep seeing her husband look at watch. And I go to him, I'm sorry, am I holding you up? And he goes, no. She, on the way to the hospital, was like, let's stop, because they got tickets for the show months before. She goes, I really want to see, I don't want to miss Josh. I missed him last time he was in town. And her water broke at the show.
So what happened?
I was
Did she
like,
stay and watch the show?
Well, I said, you better pinch that off. I'm not done yet. Listen, I don't care if he's crowning. I'm almost on my closer. This is a killer bit. You know what I mean? You don't want to miss this. They were walking out, and I was like, listen, you're a quitter. You're a quitter. You quit. You quit.
Awesome.
Josh Wolf is at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow.
Oh
Two
my
shows,
gosh.
and there's some availability left. So just go to funnyboneomaha.com or call the Bone phone 493-8036 to see Josh Wolf tonight.
Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you very much
God,
for
good to
having
see
me. I
you, buddy.
appreciate it,
Really,
guys.
really adore
I
you.
left you guys a present in the cushion.
Thank you. I'm the one that's got to go back and sit over there. Thanks, buddy.